Good evening. It's Wednesday. The war drums are pounding hard. Iran really kind of shook things up whenever they test-fired some missiles. These missiles aren't too big of a deal, except they can reach Israel, Tel Aviv, and they have a pretty good damn radius on them with very good accuracy. It is kind of scary. Iran showing a little bit more of a militant power of itself in response to threats of monitoring its nuclear program and possibly hindering that. And they clearly said it was a threat. But what I think is funny, and what I always like to look at, are what do the wonderful candidates for president say about it? Well, you got two different views. Once again, McCain kind of follows that Reagan-era-esque sort of thing where, we just put missile shields around Europe. What about Africa or other, like harmless nations that Iran might try to aggress upon? Or if we still have troops in Iraq, that causes a great problem as well. We have to have a plan to take them out, and I'm sure we do. We don't have stupid, I hope we don't have stupid generals. I don't really know them personally, so I can't really say either way. But, in general, McCain is keeping kind of like that Cold War era of, now our new great enemy is Iran, we will build missile shields that will knock them down, son of Star Wars sort of type thing. Not too surprising for McCain, but Obama, on the other hand, Obama is the candidate that a year ago said, I want to talk to them, I want to negotiate with them, and of course was slapped right in the face by Hillary Clinton's response at the time that she would not be so naive as to do so, that there would have to be clear under concessions from them right away before she would even talk with them personally as the president. Well, Barack Obama, of course, naively said at first that he would do so. Now he is promoting sanctions against Iran. Now, we've done sanctions plenty of times before. We did sanctions against Iraq. That didn't really appease too many conservatives in that instance. And I don't know. It just seems really kind of weird that he wants to turn to, he wants to call Iran a great threat. First of all, where he walked into this election in the primary saying, hey, why don't we talk to them when we start a dialogue? Which I do agree with. You can't be naive and just say, yes, I'm going to give you the attention as President of the United States. But most definitely high-level talks should happen. But he just flat out called them a great threat, and we have to tighten pressure on them. Of course, you have to tighten pressure. Sanctions are usually better than spending a lot of money on a missile shield that not only angers Iran, potentially, but really angers Russia. That cold bear in the north that hasn't quieted up much either. So that's where we stand today. Currently, the war drums are beating on Iran. In other news, or just one quick comment, because Barack Obama is putting himself in the news a lot, very much so. Also today was that he allowed his daughters to be on an Access Hollywood interview. A presidential candidate on Access Hollywood, you're only really there for notoriety. You're only there to get your name out, your face out there, so people see you. You watch Access Hollywood to find out who Britney Spears slept with, or, crazy stuff, to see Jamie Lynn Spears' babies, or Mary-Kate Olsen's drug problem. It's like, each major network has its own Access Hollywood, whatever the others are, I forget currently. But yeah, why? And then he brings his daughters on, and of course he's very protective of his daughters. I rightfully would too. But it's just really kind of silly. He really needs to watch out on that. Don't be a dumbass. You put yourself in the news quite often not. McCain is low enough to where he can say something and it doesn't make a lot of news headlines. Like his opinion on Iran really didn't make any big waves. Obama's view, though, on the other hand, had its whole totally own article. Not only that, but Obama and his European trip that's being planned here soon is already causing stirs because potentially he's going to be speaking in Berlin in front of the Brandenburg Gate right next to the newly opened U.S. Embassy. That's causing waves. Security issues. Should it be Berlin or another major European city? They want to be the city of the potential new president of the United States' first major European speech. So that causes some problems. And then, on top of that, there was also the spy bill, which passed today, which Barack Obama voted for, which really does give the government right to spy on you. It protects telecom companies from being sued by you if they were to release your information. Hillary Clinton didn't. That caused little waves as well. Hillary Clinton separating her voting record from Barack Obama so very quickly. But on a good note, Ted Kennedy was back I don't particularly support Ted Kennedy at this point, but I'm glad that he's healthy and back. So that's where we stand today. Obama's still putting himself into 3 different headlines. His visit to Europe, his daughter's on Access Hollywood. Maybe they'll do something bad or something, be on Perez Hilton tomorrow. And then with Iran, the war drums are still pounding. So that's where we stand today, and I hope you guys have a great one, all right?